Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix, Don Chorus. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, you can go to their Patreon. I really need to see, oh yeah, where it's $5 a month. I really need to see how I used to say it. You know, that they make or making or something like that. I keep on getting thrown off by the fact that I did echo for a while and say made this game. So anyways, beyond that diatribe, on the last Let's Play, Bjorn was just being sad because he failed the exam and he felt like a failure. And I told him, you know, maybe this is not his path in life. And he was talking about how he went to college so that he could support his family who, you know, put a lot of time, money, and effort into him since he was sick and had to come to Norway to get health care. And then, we watched a movie that was all artistic, at which point it very much moved him. But now, we're back in his little room. Maybe for some cuddles? I don't know. Is that my face? Okay, it's definitely cuddles, but anyways. He was on top of me. Ooh, ooh. Oh yeah, I need to do that thumbnail. Warmth. I take off the jacket and fold it over the chair backrest. Then flop onto the closer of the two beds. That tired? Going to bed without a shower this time? I like the musk. Ooh, ooh. No, I'm getting up. Just give me a second. That's a lie. I groan, trying to get up, but I can't find the willpower. I remain where I was. Just don't fall asleep. That's my bed. Didn't stop us before. I fail to see the problem. Though, lying like this, I'm taking most of the space. I'm glad that Bjorn forgot about the university stuff this fast. I was afraid he'd be sulking for the rest of the evening. I think that's what I'd do in his place. It seems like the film really pulled him out of the slump. So in the end, I'm happy with the choice. At least, he had a good time. I thought I'd work on the photos now. But not today, I'm afraid. I'll wait until I warm up a bit and go shower in my room. Want some coffee or tea maybe? Nah, I think it's too late in the day for that. Caffeine messes with my sleep. But if you sat down next to me, I could steal some of your warmth. If you don't mind. Bjorn sits down next to me, our arms touching, and snoot even closer, and I scoot even closer. I can read, snuggling myself into his side, my head resting on his shoulder again. I don't care if someone looks at us. I snuggle myself close, my paw on Bjorn's chest, face pressed into his hoodie. Petty heat criminal. By the way, how did the photos come out? I only finished importing them to the editing program before supper. I haven't had time to do anything more. We can take a look in a moment, after I rest a bit. But I went through our photos in the camera, and there are a few nice ones. Nice. How about your photos? I should have a few nice ones too. One from yesterday came out pretty cool. With the moon between two mountain peaks. Taking photos of the night would be cool as heck. Too bad we don't have any night trips to the town planned. Actually, that would be pretty cool, taking pictures at night but all the things are lit up and there's snow on the ground. Oh, sweet photography in the dark is way harder. Street photography. Sweet photography. My camera doesn't have the biggest sensor, so you need steady pause and a lot of luck for that. Ah, that sucks. Everything always feels different at night. Writing at night goes different too. In a way, I'm glad for short days here, because it feels like most of the day is actually night. I'm always happier with writing than I do at night. There's always an otherworldly quality to it that's different from the stuff I write during the day. I think you know what I mean. At night, everything is fluid, like the balls of this bear. During the day, everything has a defined shape. Edges are hard, the boundaries are clear. Okay, seriously, buddy, stop yawning. I hate how doing visual novels make me yawn. It's just terrible, because then I'm not yawning. Start a visual novel. Hello and welcome to a Sleepy Boy Hour. GamerWolfSix. It's like, okay, seriously, Quidditch. But when darkness falls, everything changes. And what felt solid, calcified, softens and melts, merging with the night. What seemed far beyond the realm of possibility becomes reality, or one of them, existing at the same time. The night works according to its own logic. Do you remember how you got here? When I look back, the steps get muddier the further I try to see, vanishing into the murk. So I like to look at old photos and my old writing just to get snippets of the past, to see who I was, ground myself in some reality. Often, I find that I was a much different person than I remember. I have a recurring dream. It's night, dark, thick, ooh. The air smells of smoke and pines. I can barely make out my surroundings. A lightning cuts across the sky, and its cold glow, I could... Bugger! Seriously, I can see that I am standing on the top of a hill surrounded by a forest. The lightning cuts into the forest, then hits another spot, and another, and the trees catch fire, one by one, flames licking at the sky. I wonder if this is a metaphor, actually a, memory, you know? And then it hits me. But it doesn't hurt. All I feel is energy. It's a metaphor. My feet lift up from the ground, and I float up slowly, suspended mid-air, pure energy flowing through me. I daydream about it often too, that electrifying feeling, floating down my nerves to every cell in my body, and levitating, finally free from the law of gravity. I defy nature. Was this game always this metaphorical heavy and stuff? I don't know. The lights are out. I'm on the bed, laying down next to Bjorn. He takes up most of the space, so I have to press against the side, feeling his body heat radiating from him like a furnace. I feel like I have known him for so long already. And if I found an old friend. He extends his paw to the ceiling, and I do the same. They point up like antennas to heaven, mine slim and striped, his fuzzy and thick like a tree trunk. His notebook is on the bed, between our heads, open. I look at him, waiting for his consent. He nods. I grab his notebook and start reading. You're not going to be making out with him? Okay. Back up. Actually, I guess we'll put it all the way over here. Bjorn. Which just leaves him, but I'm pretty sure that if we do his route, it's just going to end being the end. Right? Yeah, it's the end. Whoops. I guess I accidentally clicked the exit button. My bad. But yeah, that's not a short episode, or this is not a short episode, because Rune Moon. Was it here that it was rejected? Oh yeah, I guess I did do that. Anyways, on to Rune's route, who has 3 pictures. A mug in his paw, Rune stares at the screen blankly. His face betrays nothing, blank and still like a mask. Should I be happy? Is this what I wanted? Isn't it? No, it is what I wanted. Why the sinking feeling in my stomach, though? As if I was a brick thrown in the ocean, floating to the bottom slowly. Bricks fall to the bottom quickly. We're only sitting at a laptop, but it feels like I'm watching an avalanche in slow motion. Rune. Rune? He doesn't react. Finally he blinks, then again, twice, and sets the mug on the desk, dangerously close to the computer. Dark? I gulp. There's a weird edge in his voice that I've never heard of before. A threat to violence hidden inside. Yes? Can you leave me alone for a while? Please? Sure. Just let me... I stand up with the mug, looking around, but not really seeing anything. Did I leave my stuff here? No, it doesn't matter. I'll go. Yeah. See you later? At supper, maybe? See you. I leave the room, and as soon as I step over the sill, the door closed behind me. I turn around at the large number 6 written on it. Is there anything I can do? I don't think so. No. Rune wanted to be alone. The best I can do is honor his wish. Only now I know that I'm still holding the teacup. Knocking on the door right now would not be a good idea, though. My gods, Rune. Heads full of worries, I turn away and start walking towards my room. Suddenly, from behind the wall, a cacophony pierces the silence. A loud thud and string snapping reverberates, followed by an angry, feral roar. I mean, I guess, if they're all anthro, they can be all ferally roary. I quicken my step, tea spilling from the cup. So that's where we did end last time. Did I post? Yeah, I did post this video. Arctic frost bites at my face. Incredible that some of our ancestors survived here and decided that yes, this is a fantastic place to live. We should settle down right here. Life here back then must have been rough as hell, without heating and saunas, and barely any food for half the year. It is beautiful here, especially in winter, but it's deadly kind of beauty. The wind and frost blows leaves off the trees, cover the ground with snow and ice, freeze the lakes? Snap the warmth from limbs. A verse from a traditional Icelandic song that comes to mind. Beautiful are these fjords. When winter sets in, I don't know a worse place in the world. People and animals then die. Winter is the time of death and stillness, but maybe in spite of it, I feel more alive than ever. The landscape of my heart is full and brimming. But the thud of the door to Rune's room and the terrible cacophony of a guitar being smashed around resound in my head, bouncing off the inside of my skull. I hope the deer is okay. There's someone standing at the edge of the forest. I know that jacket and the dark hair, usually tidy, now blown into disarray and spiked with snow. They paws carry me forward almost themselves, pulled by curiosity. I guess Devon? Miko? No, it's Miko. Dark. There's so many emotions. He arises in me. So much pass between us. Like a knot, tied tightly. Impossible to untangle. It sits on the thread of our friendship, weighing it down. But I need somebody to talk to. I don't want to be alone this cold evening. Hi. Went out for a walk? Yes. It's a nice afternoon. I thought I could take my groove box with me and go compose something outside again. Can I go with you? I don't feel like staying inside. He looks to the side, paws closed and pressed to his jacket, wind blowing his hair into disarray. Maybe he wants to be alone? Or maybe he doesn't want to go with me. He seems to be thinking hard about it before answering me. He can. It might be nice to spend some time together. I thought about walking up one of the hills here. You might have a nice view on the top. The view would be nice. Maybe I could even get some nice shots. Though, with this little light, I doubt it. Anything to get my mind off the stag, sitting alone in his room. Furious. I'm in. Absolute bleakness. I'm swimming in darkness. Black tar pouring from the ceiling. There's no color. No light. No warmth. I guess you're Rune right now. My songs. All the sketches I recorded. I barely remember any of them. I never bothered to write them down. Yep, Rune. There's no way I can recreate them. Months of my work. All lost. I won't go on any student exchange. I'm not good enough. Why am I never good enough? I'm not even good enough to be put on the main team. I would be their youngest player on the court, but once again, I'm on the bench. I try my best. Why is it never enough? And now, the broken guitar, and it's only on me. I'm laying in the bed, and the wooden ceiling above feels like the lid of a coffin. I'm lying in the bed, my paws on my chest, feeling it rise and fall. I'm laying in the bed, legs straight, hooves dangling from the edge, and I feel like running. I'm laying in the bed, heart beating fast, and I can't calm it down. I'm laying in the bed, and I feel like I'm sinking. I'd rather feel nothing than this. We walk through the trees, branches blocking the moon, its round face peeking in full only every few steps. The air seems thick, saturated with fog and darkness, growing denser with every step. So heavy is the atmosphere in the forest at night. Everything around us is brimming with life, but feels hostile. We don't belong here. The creaking of branches, ants, shapes moving along the darkness, all tell us that we are intruders, stepping on land that isn't ours. It's weird how this game just really loves metaphors. I don't remember it being so metaphorical thick, you know? But anyways, side by side, our shoulders rubbing together, we press forward, following the barely visible path like a promise of safe passage. Doesn't this remind you of something? Yeah, our other route. It does. My heart is brimming. We're going deeper, deeper into the night, deeper into the past. The wall between us cracks and shatters, just like that. The present and the past join, and we're kids again. The same, too, who spend their whole days together, running through forests, swimming in lakes, listening to the music in my house, cuddling together in one bed. Funny how things end and become the past. Something that was but isn't. I didn't want our friendship to end, even if it was me who left you behind. I think I was the happiest back then, you know? But then I wasn't. Something changed, and I felt like I needed to run away. Shouldn't life only get better? Aren't we building something? Each alone and all together? Why couldn't this happiness carry on? I think we're getting there. Alone. That's what I am. Alone, my whole life. Everything I hold in my paws crumbles. I try my hardest. Why is it never enough? Why am I never enough? I don't even know where I want to be, or who I am. I'm pulled apart in so many directions, spread thin across contradictory versions of myself. Defeated. I feel defeated. One by one, the ropes snap, and I fall to the ground. I don't want anyone to see me defeated. I cannot be weak. It's so humiliating and dark to see me like that. How can I ever look him in the eye again? I think the look in his eyes and sink deeper. I think it's time. What do I have to lose anyway? It's like a reset button. That's what he said. It sounds like what I need. My paws shake, and I stand up from the bed. I still battle with my thoughts, standing at the desk. Inner pocket of my backpack. Inside a pack of wet wipes, hidden at the very bottom. I sit down on the floor and open the zipper. Okay, it's inside the wet wipes, but we don't know what it is. 3 years. And it feels like a lifetime. Did she think about me in the meanwhile? Occasionally. I missed you, of course. But as the months passed, your image grew more and more blurry, fading into the past. And the past isn't reality. The past is a sea of memories, tinted with emotions, selected and twisted. It's unreliable. It always looks better than it actually was. You? A lot. Not every day, but often. It was hard not to. The time we spent together was the happiest I've ever been. It was the blueprint for all the future friendships I had. I rehearsed them all with you first. Yeah, I can say the same. How stupid I was to leave you behind. I can barely imagine that now. A total kid, confused and scared. Afraid of rejection, afraid of himself. I didn't mean any harm. I was just selfish. I thought of myself only, and never considered how it would make you feel. That's even worse, perhaps. I was a shitty friend. I needed way too much time to understand that my actions affect others too, that we don't live in our lives alone. I'm sorry that I abandoned you and ran away. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I'm happy that I can be here with you now. The howling wind, it's the only response to my words. But then the wolf leans on my shoulder with a sigh. I am too. Boy, wouldn't it be nice to have closure with, like, old friends that you're no longer friends with? Oh well, it just do be like that. I lean on the window sill, snout pressed against the cold glass. My breaths leave a foil of moisture on the surface, spreading apart from the point my nose meets the pane. It's cold, so cold. But it can't be. I know this. This is triple pane window. But it is, and it makes me want to laugh. Man, I'm sorry to just do a tangent here, but isn't it nice places that have, like, actual insulation? Funny. Did it finally snap? I can't care about anything anymore. Cold glass, warm paws, antlers scraping against wood. Wood, glass, fur, bone. My flesh melts into them, boundaries dissolving. Did he take some Molly or something? Something's changing. Oh. Did we not watch the film in Rune's route? I thought we did. Well, it might be a bit premature, but we are hitting that 25-minute mark, and I really doubt that this is going to be 25 minutes. Oh, woo. So, anyways, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So please comment, guys. Like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos that make it grow. And please remember to spay your animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that are making this game, and or get the news version earlier, all of a sudden I have hiccups, then you can go to Patreon. $5 a month. Spay your animals and all that stuff. And until next time, another Let's Play by me, GamerWolfSix of Dawn Chorus. So thanks and see ya.